Hi and welcome Pure Maths 3 students. This year I've decided to do regular maintenance videos. I feel like one of the ways that you'll be able to increase your grades is by not just attending class but also by regular practice. And so this is one small way that I'm trying to encourage you to regularly do extra practice outside of class time. You can't excel in this course unless you're doing probably two or 3 hours of extra study and practice. So not only should you be doing the classwork, not only should you be doing this maintenance work, but you should also be doing extra review and study on your own. And perhaps some of that can be looking at some of our the past videos that I've got up on this channel, and there's probably plenty of other channels that do Cambridge stuff as well. Okay, well, let's get into this. So the first section is algebra. We're looking at modulus questions. So what are we going to do here? Well, the way I often like to solve these is by squaring them. So I'm going to square both sides here. So I'll get 36 there. And then I can expand this out. So I'll get negative 16, I think it's negative 32x plus 4x squared. Then I pull everything across to the left-hand side. So I've got 4x squared minus 32x. And then when I pull that 36 across, what am I going to get? So 40, 24, 28. Is it 28? I think it's 28. Positive 28. Okay. No, that's not it. Oh, yes it is. Sorry. Okay, perfect. And so that should be equals to 0. Okay, now the next thing is, hopefully you can see that there is an opportunity for us to factorize at this point. So let's do that now. We can divide out by 4, I think. So we go x squared minus 8x plus 7. So I've divided all of those terms by 4. And then I think it's just a simple matter of factorizing at this point. And we're done. So x is equal to 7 or 1. So I think that should be it. Now let's try the second one here. We'll use the same method again. We're going to square both sides. And if you've forgotten what the modulus function means or what it is, just go back to chapter 1 of the textbook. We probably will talk about it a bit more in one of the ones where we've got to sketch something, but essentially those two lines like this mean that whatever result you spit out, you make it positive. Okay. Okay, so we got 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals, and we'll expand the right hand side, which is x squared plus 10x plus 25. I'll gather everything across to the left hand side. So I subtract that x squared. I'm going to subtract the 10x, so I'm going to get a negative 6x. And I'm going to subtract that 25, which will give me a negative 24. And I'll have 0 now on the right hand side. Now I think we can divide by 3 here, so I'll get x squared minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. And when we factorize this, I think we can go x minus 4 and then x plus 2 equals 0. And so we should get x is equal to 4 or minus 2. Okay, I think that's fine. Alright, so for this next one here, we've got to find the quotient, or the answer, when x cubed plus x squared minus 8x is divided by x minus 2. So what we can do here is we can use our long division. And there's a plus 0 at the end, isn't there? Okay, so we want to multiply by x squared here. So then we're going to get x cubed. So this times this, and then this times this. Okay, so x cubed minus 2x squared. Now we'll get 3x squared, and that's 0. Okay. Then we bring down the minus 6x. Now, it looks to me like we want a plus 3x is our next one. So, we're going to do this times this, and this times this now. Okay. So I get 3x squared minus 6x, subtract 0. Okay, so the quotient, therefore, is this bit here, x squared plus 3x. Okay, let's move on. We're going to find the quotient. Well, maybe we need a little bit more room, so I'll just pop this down here. Oh, I don't want to do that, eh? Dear, oh dear. Okay, here we go. Now I've got plenty of room. So, same process again. We're dividing by 2x minus 1. Okay. Ooh, let's not use the highlighter for that, shall we? Right. So, 2x minus 1, and it's going into 4x to the power of 4 plus 4x to the power of 3 minus x squared plus 7x minus 4. Okay, you can see that we're going to need to multiply by 2x cubed first. I hope you can see that. So this times this, and then this times this. Okay, so see we get 4x to the 4, and then we get minus 2x cubed. Okay, when we subtract those, we'll get actually a minus, so that becomes 6x cubed. And obviously this one here is 0. Alright, now we're going to bring down this minus 2x squared, sorry. Okay, now, how are we going to get a 2x into this 6x cubed? So it must be 3x squared. So we get 6x cubed minus 3x squared, and we're subtracting. So minus again, so this I think leaves us with 2x squared. Minus plus 3, yep. Bring down the 7x. Now you can see to get from here to that 2x squared, we're going to multiply by just x. I think it should be plus x. So when we do that, what do we get? We get 2x squared minus x. And that gives us 8x. We can now bring down the 4, minus 4. And you can see here that we're going to need to multiply by 4. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times minus 1 is minus 4, sorry. And we get 0, so there's no remainder, so it goes in evenly. So the quotient is this bit here, and I just write that down as my answer. Okie dokie. Moving right along, we're going into the log rules. Starting off, we've been given log base 10, and we've got a multiplication here, so we can simplify that to log base 10 4 times 5, right? Using our log rule, so it's log base 10 20. Let's go to B. Again, we've got log base 10, and it's a nice simple one. We've got a minus here, which means we're going to take the 18, pop it over the 2, which means it's log base 10 of 9. Okay. Oh, what happened here? Oh, minus log 10 of 8. Okay, another way of writing that, it's like a minus 1 in front of it. So we can write that as log base 10 of 8 to the power of minus 1. That's one of our log rules, isn't it? Okay, just just for to refresh your memory, if we had something like this, 2 log base 10 of 8, we could rewrite that as log base 10 8 squared. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with this minus 1 in the front. Okay, and another way of writing that is saying, well, that's log base 10 of 1/8, because 8 to the power of minus 1 is the same as 1/8. Now, the next one here is equal to log base 10 of 4 to the power of 1/2, which is equal to log base 10 of square root 4, which is equal to log base 10 of 2. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do it in a couple of steps. My next step would be, that's like log base 16 to the power of 1/4 plus log base 2. Sorry, not log base 2. My apologies. When it's got no base after it, you see how these ones had a base 10 and this one has nothing. We're just going to assume these are log base 10, okay? But it doesn't matter for our purposes here. So the next line would be log 4th root of 16 plus log 2. Now the 4th root of 16 is 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16. So that is equal to log 2 plus log 2, which is equal to log 4, because we've got this plus, we've got the same base for the logs, so 2 times 2 is 4. This next one, we're going to write that as log 8 squared minus log 4, which is equal to log 64 minus log 4, which is equal to log 16, right? 64 divided by 4 is 16. Now, you should be able to do these with the calculators and use your log rules here. Okay, next one. What have we got here? We're trying to solve this equation, and we need to give our answer correct to 3 significant figures. I think this is actually a past examination question for Cambridge. Okay, my first step in solving this is to write it like this. Using my log rule, I'm going to get rid of that 2 in front. Okay? Now, as soon as you get log something equals log something, you are able to get rid of the logs, okay? So we can now get rid of the logs and just say, well, that's like 3x plus 4 equals x plus 1 all squared. Okay? And now we will expand the right-hand side. And then we'll bring everything across to the right-hand side, so we get x squared minus x minus 3. I think that's right. X squared minus x minus 3. And then, can we factorize this? Let's see. 3 and 1. No, we can't. Okay, so at this point we can use the quadratic formula. Now, if you've got some of our calculators can work this out automatically, but just to make sure you get your method marks, you could go x equals minus 1. Right, remember the quadratic formula? X equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus, minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, where the coefficient here is a, this is the coefficient here is b, and this is c, right? So we're going to go minus 1 plus or minus the square root of minus 1 all squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 3, and then it's all over 2 times 1. Okay, now chuck that in your calculator and you're going to get 2 answers. I'm just going to use my calculator now to do this. So I've got a special function which helps me solve it more quickly, hopefully. Okay, so I'm getting 2 answers, and I meant to give it to 3 significant figures. So x equals, one of them is 2.30, and the second one is negative 1.30. Okay, and you can always just check to see if that sort of makes sense. So you might save that to your calculator and then just check that it actually solves the equation. So I'm just going to quickly chuck in my calculator ln, and I'll just use the unrounded, the rounded number. Ln 2.30 times 3 plus 4, what does that give me? 2.388, and then if I chuck it into the other one, 2 ln bracket 2.3 plus 1, and that gives me pretty much the same thing. So yeah, so we've solved it. Okay, well, I hope that is helpful to you. Keep practicing. Go back over past exercises that we've done, and if you come across anything you're having trouble with, let me know. You can leave a comment here if you've got a question about this video. If I've made a mistake, which is entirely likely, alternatively you can contact me on ThinkWave. Alright team, good luck and God bless.